Hi guys, welcome to another day of Auxano. I'm excited to see you here again. If you've been here from day one, let me know in the comment section, or just let me know the day you joined and how Auxano has been for you. So yesterday I gave you an assignment. I asked you to write down something that the devil has been trying to do, or something that he has been getting away with in your life, and the easiest way to find out is in prayer. So let me know in the comment section if you did that assignment and how that prayer session was for you. So today, I told you yesterday that we'll be talking on Ephesians 6. There's so many lessons to draw from the book of Ephesians. I have skipped so many things, but I'm drawing something very important from Ephesians 6 today. So I'll be reading from verse 10 to start. It says, "Finally, be strong in the Lord and in his mighty power." We know that this book of Ephesians was written by Paul to the church in Ephesus. And he's wrapping up the letter in chapter 6, and he's encouraging them to be strong in the Lord. You understand why in the next few verses. He says, "Put on the full armor of God so that you can take your stand against the devil's schemes." Yesterday, I talked about how the devil plays a good game of mafia and how he likes to hide in plain sight. He's a deceiver for a reason. It's called scheming for a reason. It's usually not straightforward. He usually hides in one corner, either through a habit or through anger that you're dealing with, or malice. Like, he uses situations in and around you to build his case and just, scatter things. That's what he does. For instance, let's say you've been having a very, 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 very bad day. And I mean, it's justified that some things have happened, you are sad. Where the devil plays his schemes looks like this. You've had a bad day, you are sad, you just want to rest. But you have been walking in victory away from a particular habit, let's say a sexual struggle, right? And you've been doing fine till this bad day happened. And you're looking for one way to distress. And this habit comes to mind again. And then the devil starts to plant thoughts that, you've had a bad day, we all make mistakes. We have all fallen short before the Lord. And, starts to play out those suggestions to you. And in your head, you're justifying it because I've had a bad day. Maybe this is why I'm feeling this way. The devil is taking advantage of that situation. And at first glance, it doesn't look that way. But what Paul is telling them is that they should put on the full armor of God so that they can take a stand against the devil's schemes. The devil's schemes are a constant in our world today. And the armor of God will help you resist the devil. Okay? So, I don't want to get ahead of myself because I'm going to break down what the armor of God is, but I don't want to get ahead of myself. But before we go to the next verse, I need you to understand that there is a point to the armor of God. It's not just that you wear the whole belt of truth, the breastplate of righteousness. There is a point. So that by the time you've put on all these things, you'll be able to resist the devil. Don't forget that. The next thing he says is, in verse 12, he says, "For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against rulers, authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms." So something that I've learned a lot from my pastor, who's also my husband, is something I've just also learned on my spiritual journey, that many times when you have issues with people, or people step on your toes, literally or figuratively, they are usually not the main issue, right? Because let me paint a scenario. The rain was falling today, and then you went to the office, and your manager was rude to you after you've been drenched in rain, and then you are so upset, and then you start to harbor bitter thoughts towards this person. You start to just do things or harbor feelings that are in opposition with the fruits of spirit in your life. At the end of the day, your manager per se is not the problem. The problem is that there are things fighting against the fruit of the spirit in your heart and in your life. Now, it may have played out through your manager, But at the end of the day, the person you're fighting against is not your manager. You're fighting against the devil that is trying to use the situations and people around you to fight against the fruit of the Spirit that should always be at work in you. And you may be able to think of other examples in your life, but let me know in comment section if you understand so far what I'm saying. Then verse 13, which is where I'll stop today. Verse 13, which is where I'll stop today, he says, therefore put on the full armor of God so that when the day of evil comes, you may be able to stand your ground, and after you've done everything, to stand. It fascinates me that Paul did not say if the day of evil comes. He says when the day of evil comes. See, Jesus did not promise us a life here on earth without trials or without problems or tribulations. But we have an assurance here in Scripture that if you put on the full armor of God, you'll be able to stand. And even in the evil day, whatever the devil tries to bring, when you put on the full armor of God, you'll be able to stand your ground. Now, tomorrow, I'll be diving deeper into what the full armor of God means and how you can put that on practically in your life. But for today, here are your tasks. I want you to read Ephesians 6 again, and I want you to try by yourself to understand what the full armor of God is. Then your second task, I want you to pray for 30 minutes today. It's very important that you pray. We are coming towards the end of Auxano, and I'm going to increase our prayer time soon. But if you've been struggling to pray, I want you to scream for help on the accountability group. That's not a place to maintain composure. It's a place to cry for help. Help me, I can't pray right now. I'm tired and everything. Like, I need the help sometimes. Yesterday, I had a very rough day. And I had to reach out to one of my friends, and I'm like, please, when are you praying today? And at first, he said he was going to pray by 4, and I missed the time by 5. I missed the time. We finally prayed, like, after my church devotion. We both attend the same church. And we finally prayed, like, after our church devotion. And it was so relieving for me because I needed a friend to pray with me. I needed somebody to hold my hand and pray with me when I did not feel like praying. So don't feel alone if you're struggling. Okay, and shout out to Chika, by the way. Chika is my friend that prayed with me yesterday. So yeah, I'll be looking forward to your messages. If you have not joined the accountability group, please do that today, like right now. Okay, today we've gotten to the end of our devotion now, and I pray for strength for you as you carry on your tasks. I will see you tomorrow by the grace of God for another beautiful day of growth with Auxano. Bye bye.